Alright, so it's cold. Got my lumberjack clothes on. Got 2 pieces of strap. I think these are cut out of belly or something. It's pretty thick leather. Together. Yeah, it's probably a good 1/4 inch. Gonna line up. This is a shoe patcher, which means this piece up here swivels so you can sew in different directions, which makes it beneficial. What I do is I start it out, turn clockwise, 1, 2, 3, and swing it around. I'm going to back stitch. 1, 2, 3, swing it around again. Try and keep it in those same holes. And I got a groove running along here. I can change the length of the stitch by the screw up here, and the length of the stitch is also going to change by the thickness of your leather. So now I'm doing really short ones. I don't want to do that because it will jam it. I'm going to lower this screw down. We're going to do big stitches now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Here's what we ended up getting. So you can see where we changed those big stitches. You got even got a back stitch. I didn't pull this taut too much here when I was starting, so that stitch there got a little funky. And then there's the back side of it. This sews best doing about 6-7 ounce leather. You can sew stuff like this. You're just going to have to work with it and figure out what makes it sew better. It's a very finicky machine, but it's very affordable, and I'd get it again if I had to. Beats paying $1,500 for an electric machine and then having to learn the ins and outs of that. And heck, I just got it sitting on a shelf, clamped down on the shelf. So it beats the other machines in those regards. A little bit of frustration. Just think of it as a learning curve. If you can master this machine and then you get an electric machine later, you are not going to have much problem at all. You are going to feel very comfortable, very at home with it, very familiar. And you started with a very affordable machine that you probably will still end up having. That's also good if you sell your stuff at shows or anything like that. You can pack that up, take it with you, clamp it to the table, and stitch stuff while you're there. Alright, so I've got some scraps here from a passport wallet. I didn't quite like the way the die came out on that. So I'm going to go ahead and run it through here. I'm going to be doing it one-handed. I hold the camera, but it'll still run through, get an idea of the performance. So. And what I do to change direction, I turn it to where the foot's raised, spin it just like you would a regular sewing machine. Find that sweet spot, swing it around again. Let's go this way. Or if you need to, swing the foot. So, you know, I'm doing this one-handed. Normally I would be cranking it and guiding it with my hand. And then when you're done, you're ready to backstitch, swing it around, and this takes a little bit of practice. Experience with a sewing machine will help with this, but you want to backstitch along that line. That's how you can backstitch on this machine. Okay, swing it around. And again, guys, I've been sewing for years, so I don't mean to make this look easy. Alright, up, up, and then what I like to do is I like to let the tension off this thread So I go up here and I pull some slack into it before I pull it out. I just find that's made it easier. And come over here, I got my snippers, pair of pliers just hanging up right here. Go over here. So I mean, that went through that fairly easily. I've seen this machine on YouTube go through tire rubber. It just depends what you're trying to do and how you're tuning the machine. I wish I could tell you how you could do it the right way, the wrong way. It's really just, you got to get the machine and you got to get a feel for it. I've used hand crank sewing machines in the past. I own wife and I, we own a 1905 German-built Fischer and Rossmann machine. It's still a very good machine. It's meant for sewing cloth. I have stitched leather with it before and it goes through it, but not as well as this. I would definitely look at getting one of these if you're looking at learning a machine and you don't have the money for a big industrial machine. They can run a lot of money. But, well, I just thought I'd show you guys, share with you a little bit, and still trying to think of a few things I can make to try and fund this channel and basically fund this shop. But we're getting there, getting it cleaned up. So